happy WSL CT Pro event day. The Mayo, I guess it's pronounced, Rip Curl Pro CT events taking place right now at Supertubos. I wanted to show a new product that we're working on. This isn't available on the website yet, but we'll have this soon. I'm working with a friend and colleague, a fellow meteorologist down in Barbados, Teddy, on a product where we will show, we will provide something similar to Surfline's purple blobs, or their maps essentially of swell. We're doing this a little differently, calculating wave energy flux, which takes into account not just the wavelength and wave propagation speed, but also the wave height. So we're combining those two to get a wave energy flux, and they're great circle lines that will help people identify swell. So let's take a look at the current forecast for Supertubos, and we'll pull that up here using the SpaghettiSurf. I will briefly mention that with the help of Teddy or some advice from him, we've secured a domain name called SpaghettiSurf.com. So this Spaghetti Waves product is changing. The name is changing to SpaghettiSurf for a couple of reasons. I think surf is what we're after. It's a better keyword, and I was able to secure the domain name SpaghettiSurf.com. Spaghetti Waves was taken or basically arrested by someone who wanted over $5,000 for that name. So I went with SpaghettiSurf.com. It's a better description of the product, and you can go to that. It's easier to remember. So SpaghettiSurf.com, surf-metrics.com goes to the same location. So that's still active and will remain active. But the new product is SpaghettiSurf, and the current forecast for Supertubos is, as we discussed in the last few forecast efforts that are on YouTube now, there's a big swell coming, and that was shown in some of the maps just a few minutes ago. And it's going to arrive on Monday. And initially it was showing somewhere around 30-foot plus surf. Now it's backed off to 25, around 22 to 25-foot surf likely on Monday. This is a storm surf situation. The wind will become very poor, onshore flow, strong winds over much of next week, and this is going to make the competition, the Mayo Rip Curl Pro, very difficult to find heats or periods to run heats with this storm surf situation. I don't think there's going to be any issue with swell size through much of next week. As you can see here, peaks at 22 feet. And then it generally stays above 10 feet for most of next week. So again, the size isn't going to be the issue. It's the winds and the poor wind direction and strong wind speed that's going to be difficult for contest organizers to navigate. Just wanted to end with showing some updates to SpaghettiSurf. One is a new way to show the winds, and I'm going to just go to my local break at Yopon Pier, or yeah, we can use Yopon. This is close to where I live, just a couple blocks down the street. And what we've done with, we've made a few changes, and Teddy's helped with this as well. The wind favorability is now depicting wind direction, and you can hover over it for wind speed. So I'll just zoom in this event that I'm going to go surf here. Tomorrow, we have, again, the wind favorability down here at the bottom. The color scale's changed. We're using a more rainbow spectrum, where the cooler colors indicate good wind favorability and the red and hotter colors indicate poor wind favorability. And you can see here that color scale right now, the winds are favorable because they're essentially offshore and light. But tomorrow, as this low pressure approaches, the winds veer around and come out of the southwest and increase up to 20 knots Sunday. So that's at Oak Island. That's poor. That's directly onshore. So that's why the hotter colors are shown here. But you can, the power of this new wind favorability now, it doesn't just include the wind index, which was a color scale. You can find the wind speed and the wind direction now. So that's a big change, I think, a radical improvement in the wind favorability. The longshore current is in this rainbow color scale as well. So I've changed that. And it makes sense. Essentially, cooler colors, no current. And as it goes to orange and red, that means strong current. So I can go to Wrightsville Beach, for example, and you can see here with our south winds tomorrow, the longshore current almost goes to red with the strong 20-knot south winds. So big improvements. The last thing I wanted to talk about is our new advanced ensemble using, and this is going to be the main SpaghettiSurf product eventually, but this is in experimental mode now. And what this is, you can see there's a lot more lines on this plot. So we're pulling in a lot more model data to show the variability in the forecast and the uncertainty levels. And I won't get into much more detail than that, except that this is just a subset. We actually have more of this data that we're going to pull in, and I'll find a better way to kind of plot this data and distill it for users out, for surfers out there in a better way. Most people will look at this and say it's confusing, but we'll improve this. The key here is that we're pulling in a lot more data. So this is going to be the most advanced surf forecast product, I think, out there because we're using so much data. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day, a great weekend, and I'll be back here soon with another video and likely get into detail on this new advanced ensemble product and just show some of the capabilities.